Wild. With everything going on with the acquisition and merger to everything. I'm going on the BOM right now, and I see Spring doing it, and it's crazy how in alignment we are now with our new uplines. It's just crazy. Like I'm listening to her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking it. How'd you just say that? Right. And then we have a conversation. She's like, you should do this. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you in my head? Like what's going on right now? It's a lot of fun right now being in the business. I just feel brand new. I'm just gonna let you know, like I've been in the business for a little bit of time. I feel brand new. Just like it's almost like if you were a baby, okay, and instead of being incubated, like I'm like a 7-year-old baby that just got birthed. Does that kind of make sense? Like I'm a 7-year-old baby that's kind of got birthed, which is kind of exciting with everything. So right now, I think we have 18, 19 guests on the BOM right now. We switched the webinars up back to what we used to do, which was the 4 homes of money, everything the same way that we used to do it back in the day. So we're back in alignment, and we're just very, very excited. We're very excited about what you guys are about to get right now too. So whatever you're taking notes with, hopefully you can stay with me in this conversation. And I'm just very, I don't want to say the word grateful because it's getting used quite a bit right now, but I do have a lot of gratitude on where we are right now in business, where we are right now in our health, where we are right now, just period. Because honestly, the things that we have, like God doesn't have to give it to you at all, so whatever you have, hopefully you're writing down your blessings, you're counting your blessings each and every day for what you have. And because I was talking to someone earlier and someone has it a lot worse than you. I promise you that. Whatever you think your bad is, someone will be blessed to have your bad right now. Let me repeat that again. Whatever you think your bad is, someone will be thankful to have your bad. So let's talk about the grateful things that we got. And we get to talk about entrepreneurship and how to change your life and how to make $1 million in a month and all this crazy stuff. Like we get to dream a little bit. So hope you can dream with me for the next 30 minutes as I go through this conversation with you. If you could give me co-hosting so I can be able to share a little bit. Oh, you guys already gave it to me. You guys are legit. All right. We must have done this before. Okay, cool. I have a quick conversation with you. And congratulations to APA for holding the throne down. I guess you guys are at 2 already in the base. I was watching you guys' numbers. They say they want it again. I'm just wondering if everybody wants to compete. A lot of the marketing directors on the call with Sheena Sapala, and it's always cool, hearing from obviously your chairwoman, the #1 income earner in the industry. 33 years old, killing the game. She's just at a different level right now. Her mindset, what she's thinking about. And we're excited about working with her. We're excited about what's going to happen to everybody. Because I was having a conversation with another agent earlier today, and they were like, so tell me what's new. I said, the whole opportunity is different. That's what's new. Like whatever you paid back in the past and whenever you guys started, and you guys started with us maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, PHP is different. And everybody here is changing, and I never get discouraged on the number of who's on the call. Okay. If there's one person on the call, guess what? That one can turn into 1,000. Because if I'm not mistaken, Patrick David was a code, and he was just one person. And what one person did? I was talking. Actually, I did an interview earlier today, and I was talking to someone who's been in the industry for 25 years, and he's talking to me, and his name is Glenn. He probably has to put a screenshot on the conversation we had. And he was telling me, he says, hey, I remember meeting Patrick. It was like 20 years ago. He said, no, it was 15 years ago. It was in Chicago. And we were at a WFG event. And he said he wasn't feeling good. And he kind of like passed out. And he says, can you take me to the hospital? And I took him to the hospital. So to this day, he calls me his guardian angel. And he says, you know what? The biggest things that I noticed when I'm watching WFG, and now I see what Patrick's doing today, by far, WFG made a mistake. He says, by far, WG made a mistake because he would have stayed if they just would have gave him one thing, equity. If they just would have given him an opportunity to own, he would have stayed. And because they didn't give him that opportunity to make that shift of what PHP has done here, they lost by far. We call it the savior of the industry, if you want to call it that. So a lot of you are one person as well. That one person can turn to a lot. So never be discouraged on how many people are on a call and who they could become. Okay, so with that, let's kind of go into this conversation with you. And my conversation is very simple. Dreams over distractions. It's very, very simple conversation. I'll look at my time because I can get long-winded all of a sudden. All right, dreams over distractions. Dreams over distractions. So you can see the top left-hand corner, it says what? Say no to your distractions. That's my challenge for you, my encouragement. Just say no to them. You're going to get a lot of them, especially this month. I'm going to go over them with you, okay? And just say yes to your dreams. Be a kid again. Like, sometimes we get old and, it's, when I say old, you've been here for a little bit of time, your dreams start to like wither away. No, be childlike. That's what the Bible tells you. Like, be childlike and like get excited about your goals and dreams and get excited about your vision again and say, yes, I'm going to my dreams. Like, I'm fired up about who I'm going to talk to here today. I don't even have anything on my calendar, but guess what's going to get filled up because people are waiting for me to be able to help them. Are you excited and convicted about what's going on? Hopefully you are, because today is about dreams over distractions. So change your decision, change your life. What you have currently, I'm talking to you, what you have is a sum of all your decisions that you have thus far. So whatever you got going on, your bank account, your relationships and all that, it's a sum. It's all been accumulated to all your decisions, all your past decisions accumulate to what you have in your current life today. So if you want a better life in the future, what do you need to change? Your decisions. Because if you like what you got, keep making the same decision you got going on. If you don't like what you got and you want more because you are here to live a life of abundance, nowhere in the Bible it says live a life of mediocrity. No one says you should live a life of poverty. It says live a life of abundance as you should. So that means your mindset has to renew every day, and hopefully you're renewing that with your decision making. So it accumulates to what? Living a life of abundance like you're supposed to, which is using your full free will. So let's keep going. Are you aware of what can slow your dreams from becoming reality? The number one reason why people just don't win in business or lose a war or lose any type of battle they're against, because they're not aware of their environment. They're not aware of it. So you don't know what the exits are. You don't know like what weapons you're supposed to be using and what type of fight that you're in. So unfortunately, you lose the battle. So are you very aware of who your enemy is, which is really you? Your enemy is your decision-making on what you give your attention to. That's what your enemy is. So are you aware of what can really distract you from your dreams, especially this month? I'm not even talking about December yet. I'm talking about this month. You heard your CEO talk about it. You heard Matt talk about it if you're on the calls, which I love that you get to hop on a call and just talk about. You can ask some questions like the stuff that he was able to help Onay with this morning. If you're on the call with the coffee that he does every morning, this is the way you get to process it, the grind, the mindset of everything. I mean, that's on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, by the way. You definitely should hop on that if you're not hopping on that, just to learn from someone that already is making $200,000 a month, how they think. All right. So that can be, because you have to shape a mind. To shape a mind, you have to be around a mind that's already shaped. So I would highly agree if you're not hopping on those calls in the morning that you do that. So again, are you aware of it? If I'm you right now, I'm making a list of all my distractions. I'm making a list of anything that could slow me down from being productive to my goals. You have goals and you have distractions. Your goals, you should write them down. These are my goals. What can actually make me hesitate? What can be my speed bump? What can allow me to stop me from getting to that goal? You need to be very aware of it. So when it happens, you're not like, oh, shoot, oh my gosh, someone just passed away in my family. And then all of a sudden we don't see you for a week. I mean, business still has to go. There's still a mission here going on, right? Oh my gosh, my kid broke their arm. Guys, all that stuff happens consistently. Are you aware of things that can happen, especially when you have a big mission on you? Okay, so it's very, 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 very important for you to write those down, whatever your distractions may be in your household. Let's keep going. You see that? You see the bottom left? Did you read it? You guys gotcha. You guys got distracted. All right, let's keep going. All right, so let's talk about some of the distractions that may attack you. Hopefully you don't put your attention to it because it's not going to serve you. Okay. Now, how long does it take to vote? Simple question. How long does it take to vote? Like what?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, if that. So why is this election taking so much of you guys' time? It's a real question. Like the vote's already in. It is what it is. Like it is what it is. Like you can't change anything else. You've done your part. So you keep spending more time watching what's happening with CNN, ABC, Fox News, everything else, instead of going and building your goals and dreams. Because regardless if Biden or Trump gets in the office, you still have to run a business. Your dreams and goals are still not reality yet. So why are you still wasting time for something you have no control of anymore? Only thing you're doing is building CNN's goals and dreams because you keep giving them more ratings. You keep building Fox News's ratings. You keep giving them attention, which isn't helping you. All right. So again, are you the president of your own house? Are you the president of your own household? Are you going to elect yourself? Would your family elect you? Would they vote for you? It's a real question. Would they vote for you because you're working and investing on yourself? Would they vote for you because you have a vision, a mission beyond just making a deal? Like, would they vote for you? Would you vote for yourself? That's talk. That's real talk because that's already over. It is what it is. We're just waiting for, okay, who is going to be? So stop wasting time on that election. That's a distraction. Okay. So for all you guys like, oh my gosh, Trump is getting or Biden, who cares? It is what it is at this point. It's already solidified. You did your part. Stop wasting time on it. Let's go build something. Let's go be more productive. I have to bring that up. Why? Because people are still, man, all these calls I'm still getting about, oh, I've been watching all day on this. What are you doing? Watching all day on this? Why are you still watching it? Like, don't worry. You're going to know who it is. Don't worry. They're going to tell you. There's no possible way you're not going to know in a minute. So when they know, you'll know. All right. When they know, you'll know. Right now, what can you do that's productive to your goals and dreams? That is a distraction. And the devil's winning because he doesn't want you to go to your destiny. All right. Next one for you. Veterans Day. By the way, understand what I'm about to say to you. Everyone that served our country, you do deserve not just a day, like 365 days. We should be saying thank you all the time. Does that make sense? Like that. So 100%. I just want to take a pause. Anyone that served our country, we appreciate you. Okay? We appreciate you tremendously because our freedoms, because someone like you guys decided to defend it. It is what it is. So we really appreciate that. There is a day, though, that some don't use it to give thanks to the veterans. They use it for a holiday to be able to just be lazy, drink, smoke, do a lot of different things that's not productive to what they say they want. So you're not even using the day to say thank you to the ones that served for you. You're using a day to be distracted to hurt you against one of your goals and dreams. So hopefully for you, if you're really saying, oh, I use Veterans Day to say thank you, so then call everybody that you know that's in the military and say thank you then. Get on the phones. Like, go visit them. But you just sitting around, hanging around, ain't doing nothing is not giving thanks to anybody. So will history really recognize you for what you are doing as service for you and your family and on this country, your community and beyond that? Don't use this day as a distraction because most will. Most just look for an opportunity for it to be a distraction versus actually contributing to why you're here, which is your real true mission. Okay. So understand what I'm saying on that. Next one. Here's another one for you. Black Friday's coming. Aren't you excited? Oh my gosh. I wish I could see all your guys' faces right now, man. Aren't you fired up about Black Friday? Aren't you like so excited? Like you've been waiting all year for that day, right? Some of you like, no, COVID's going crazy still. So no, I don't go out the house. I just click from, my computer. So Cyber Monday is what you love, right? Cyber Monday, you've been waiting for that 85-inch TV, huh? To go on sale, right? That's what you've been waiting for, right? Don't act like come on, we can have a real talk. You've been waiting like, oh my gosh, it's in your what's it called? You can add it to the bags in your wish list. You have it all lined up already. When Cyber Monday clicks, oh, I'm getting everything on discount, right? It's a distraction. It's a distraction. Again, when are you going to start letting prices no longer dictate your behavior? People are going to be looking like this, going for that TV, man, going for that PS5, going for all that different stuff. And it is what it is. Some people are going to be waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just to go stand in lines. A lot of people are going to be doing that. Well, so what just happened? All right. What just happened by this one day of all these discounts? They're just selling what the real price is, by the way, anyways. But, but all these discounts, all they just did was change everybody's behavior. Okay. Are you one that is like a sheep that kind of just follows into that trap, or are you one that leads? So build a business so that you no longer have to look at price tags. So you have to wait for days like that. You just go buy what you want because you want it. You don't have to wait for a day. Okay. So that's a distraction. So if you have to wait for a day like a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday, all that means is that you have not accumulated your decisions at this point, have not allowed you, okay, to be able to make a true decision for what you really want, because you have to wait for a day. So I'm here all right, as a vessel. This is a message. Don't be mad at Curtis, okay, for telling you this. I'm here to tell you that when next Black Friday comes, you're not affected by it because every day is a Black Friday to you. Every day is a Cyber Monday to you because you get what you want. You ain't looking at price tags because you built something, because you weren't distracted like the whole world's going to be distracted in that period of time. Don't fall into that. Don't fall into that. So if you're the one that falls into that, that means that they still control you. We still haven't built nothing yet. And so if you haven't built anything yet, let's build something so you're never in that same situation ever again. Make this your last feeling of ever feeling that price is going to control your behavior. Don't let it happen to you again. And if you do, that's a decision again that you're making. That's a distraction again. There's somebody here to bring awareness. How about another one for you? All right. How about this one? Aren't you so excited about this one? Oh, I can't wait to the turkey, the mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, the collard greens, the pumpkin pie for some of y'all. Us with sweet potato pie, like, whatever you're gonna be eating. You're just thinking about just growing 20 pounds that day. Your thinking alone got you about 10 more pounds in your pants. Like, that's kind of what just happened, right? Guys, it's a distraction. It's a distraction. Okay. Half of you guys don't even like your family like that, so don't even lie. Okay, some of you guys don't really like your family like that. You don't want to see them all day. Like, you don't want to see them all day. You want to see them for a couple hours, laugh and hang out, watch maybe a little bit of game. Then you're like, all right, I'm tired of you, uncle. All right, I'm tired of your jokes now. All right, Granny, you kind of smell a little bit different now. Okay, I'm done with you. You've been letting go a little bit too much. All right, I got to move out of this room. Like, come on, let's have a little fun with it. All right. Thanksgiving, you're going to have Thanksgiving dinner. All right. It's you don't have to spend the whole day. And by the way, what usually happens like on a Thanksgiving? Like, people usually play, don't they? Like football, huh? Interesting. Like, pros play on holidays. Oh, no wonder they make so much money. And all the spectators don't make as much money as them. Oh, it makes sense because they're in the stands clapping. So are you going to be the spectator, or are you going to be a pro that plays on a holiday so you can start making pro money? That's a mindset shift. All right. So am I telling you not to hang out with your family? That's not my conversation at all. I'm going to have fun with my family for Thanksgiving dinner, 100%. But am I going to do it all day? Not at all. Am I going to be productive in my business? 100%. If I were you, what would I do? I would go to Polly's Pies. I would get a bottle of wine. I would get something, and I would do drop buys to all my clients or my existing agents or all my prospects. That's what I would be doing. Even though, like, in California, this crazy rule with Newsom that's saying that you only have 3 people in there and all that. No one ain't gonna follow that rule. Just kick that out the room. Put your mask on. Go and when you go and bring your bottle of wine, whatever it is, bring some bottle of hand sanitizer with it too, just so you know it's clean with them. And just have, hey, I wiped it off for you. Here you go. Right. So it's all good. And go have fun. And by the way, I got recruited on Thanksgiving Day. So this is not like telling you, like, when I got recruited, I went to 4 Points Hotel at 9 a.m. to meet Dr. Lynn Cooper because I wanted to change. And we had a great conversation for 2.5 hours. For 2.5 hours, all he talked to me was about, Curtis, if you take this very seriously, guess what's going to happen? Every 30, 60 days, you're going to be able to travel. Don't worry about it. Anywhere you want to travel, you'll never have to worry about it again. You're going to be able to do it. And by the way, you don't even have to pay for it yourself. The company's going to take care of it for you. Your kid's going to have so many stamps in their passports that they don't even know what to do with it. You're going to actually be able to see things and experience them versus watching on YouTube or and listening to a history class. He says, you're going to have, your last name is going to be very, very powerful. You're going to be able to help so many people in your community and culture. And that's cool and all, but you know what's really going to be very, very helpful for you and what you're going to be most excited about? And I said, what? He says that you're going to be able to open so many doors for other people's legacies and their last names to hold weight. That's so much more powerful than it's your family holding weight. I said, I like that. Sign me up. How do we do it? And we started having conversations about vision. And we did that. And it's interesting that everything he told me is going to happen. It's been happening. Everything he told me was going to happen has been happening. That happened on Thanksgiving morning in 2013, baby. I remember it vividly. I remember he texted me like, meet me at 4 Points. I said, you want me to meet you at a hotel? I don't know. You mean like the lobby, right? He's like, yeah, of course. I was like, okay, I never got a text from a guy talking about me at a hotel before. So I just wanted to make sure what your intentions were. On Thanksgiving. You're all right. He was like, get out of here. Right. So that was our relationship. We have a lot of fun together to this day. I'm very, very, very grateful for him having that conversation, meeting me on a day that everybody else was probably sleeping in still, smelling the sweet potato kicking into the rooms and stuff like that. Nah, a business got started that day and a dream got started that day. And it's been rippling, and hopefully your decisions ripple as well. And by the way, maybe you recruit your C4 on a Thanksgiving day. Maybe you recruit your Patrick David. Maybe you recruit your Joe Smith. Maybe you recruit your Anthony Griffin. Maybe you recruit your Belinda. Maybe you recruit your big person that looks like you on the other side of that mirror on a day like this versus just waiting all day not to be productive. Do not be distracted by this day. Don't be distracted. It's easy to. It's very easy. And it's easy to be comfortable. But it's also easy to lose your dreams too. All right, so let's keep going. Next one, new environments. New environments. What do they do? New environments elevate your exposures of your future life. New environments. This is why you have to go experience new environments, new vibrations, new energy. Every room has a different energy and a different vibration. It has new life in it. Any room that you go into is different vibrations, new energy. So you need to go to energies, new environments that have the things that you want to go towards in your life. So for example, if you have things like Matt wants to do, 2 directs, you get to hang out with him. So, with cigars and whiskey, you don't have to drink water if you want to. All right. And you get to have a conversation with him about what it feels like to be a signer, what it feels like to go to Jekyll Island, what it feels like to have these experiences. What do you think it does to your vibration of your brain? It increases it because he's going to pull you into a new environment. His vibration is higher than yours. And people that make money, all right, I promise you, the person that makes more money than you has a higher vibration than you, has a higher energy than you. Their mind's moving faster than you. So guess what? You need your energy to get increased. The only way for that to get increased is to increase what? Your environment and people that have higher energy than you. So qualify for everything. That's my point. Very, very simple. Anything that's out. If we say, hey, who could get this gum the fastest? I'm getting that. Whatever it is, any competition, make sure you qualify for everything. Why? Because that's a new opportunity for what? Your environment to change, for your energy to get pulled up, so your vibrations change. Guess what happens? Then money is attracted to energy. It's a life source. Money's attracted to negative energy. Money's not attracted. That's why most people that have negative energy, they're broke. And call it what it is. I promise you, the most negative person you know is probably broke. Think about it. The wealthiest person you know has a lot of energy, is excited, positive. The most negative person is always pessimist, always looking at the things wrong, bad lens, very foggy. Okay? So I highly encourage you to fight for everything, qualify for everything so you can change what? The way you think. Because if not, you're going to be on what? The same old thinking, what you can see on the top, will give you the what? The same old results. The way you're thinking right now, it's going to give you the results you have. So you got to consistently keep renewing your mind. All right? Let's go to the next one, which is already what I'm talking about, qualify for everything. So what is the first one you can qualify for, if you understand what I'm saying? And by the way, my conversation is very simple. I'm not like a very emo person or sensitive. So it's very like black and white here. When I said the conversation, it's very simple. If this makes sense, buy it. If it does not make sense to you, just return it back to me and say, no, don't buy it. Everything you're saying is BS, Curtis. It doesn't make sense at all. Cool. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. All right. But if this makes sense, I highly recommend you subscribe to it so you can get to the elevation already. So here's your first opportunity. Learn from a 7-figure mindset. Everything starts with the mind. All right. There's a reason why, organizations called Max Life. Everything says maximize your personal what? Thinking. So you can influence others to maximize their God-given talents. Everything starts with the mind first. So we need to shift this. We need to shift this. We need to shift this. So it shifts your what? Behaviors. If it shifts your behaviors, and it shifts your what? Actions, and then lifestyle changes. That's how it simply works. So for you, you have until Friday, okay, to get this done. Not a big deal. 2 directs, baby. So you're telling me there's 2 people that can benefit from an opportunity. Yes, there is 2 people who can benefit from an opportunity. Do you believe you can add value to people? If you say yes, then go add value, baby. People want to hear from you because you have value. And here's a warning. A lot of people get scared of this. Attending this will make you better. Yes, you're going to get better if you attend it. Don't be like, I'm giving you a warning. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'm so scared of getting better. So I'm going to self-sabotage myself from actually going to that because I'm actually going to get better. Like, here's a warning. If you go there, you're going to get better. That's just the reality of it, right? So for those that are not scared of getting better, we'll see you on Friday. Okay? Very simple. All right, next one. This is just stupid. Okay. This is just crazy. All right. This is just crazy. 2, 2, and 2. When I said this, I was eating and I almost choked. Like I almost had to call AIG and NLG and increase my life insurance to a different deal because like that took some years off my life while looking at this. It took years off my life. My heart rate started pumping down slower because it's crazy to me. Like 2, 2, and 2. It's crazy to me. Like you get started right now. If you're a husband or wife, if you're married, like it's not even fair. You called your wife, you called your spouse, and you called your best friend. You already have 2. Like it's not even fair. Like, and if you're single, you should have a lineup, so it should be even easier, right? Because you're not dedicated to one person. So if you're single, you should have what? A lineup of people. You should have a top 25, which is very simple, right? To have when you're single, right? As an individual. Because you're not committed to one person yet. So then therefore it should be easy to get 2 of them out of your top 25, right? It's not a big deal. Stop making this hard. You should get this done already. You should get this done. And that's how I talk to people. And you should talk to them too. Because this is real. Like you're not even, if you're married, it's easy. If you're not married, it's still easy. It's all easy. Just get it done. 2, 2, and 2. Why does it make sense? Would you like to get paid more for your efforts for doing the same work? Yeah. So just do it so you get an extra 10% on your contract. So when you go and close your $50 policy when you're licensed or $100 policy when you're licensed, you get an extra 10%. That's an extra 10% bonus. So like people talk about, I work in corporate America and then, I get my, end of the year bonuses. Guys, this is an end of the year bonus. What do you think is going to happen at Christmas? Right? This is an end of year bonus, extra 10% on your contract. That's going to help you during what? Christmas, buying gifts. And going to the new year, take your end of the year bonuses, guys. Take them. This is what he's offering you. He's crazy. This is wild. I mean, Christmas came early, as you can see. Christmas came early. And I'm a math guy, like numbers, and it has to make sense, and this is what the math is. I mean, since you guys like Black Friday and cyber, stuff so much, well, here you guys go. This came early for you, since you love the sale days. Special offer to you, baby. 33% off for all my trainees in here. Get graduated already. Not a big deal. If you're a trainee, take the promotion. Just take the promotion, baby. All right. Looking forward to it. Next one is this one. This craziness. All right. Here's another one for you. 50% contract. So when you're doing the hustle, or when you're doing the crusade, or you're doing the brochure, or whatever you're doing to explain our compensation plan, we usually do it at a branch level. The first layer of leadership, which is what? A field associate. And don't you want to do those different presentations with confidence, saying that you're actually that level? So this is why you should go get promoted. And that if you're a trainee, that's extra 20%. Now you get your override, by the way. If you're a 50% contract, you have a bonus. Anytime you're bringing someone into business, you have a what? What kind of spread do you have? 50 minus 20 is what? Oh, that's 50 minus 30. I'm sorry. No one comes in at 20. That's a little too low.
20.
It's 20%. So you get an extra 20% bonus for training and develop people in your system. Gotta love it. So would you like your spread to increase? Because I'm in the business for passive residual time and passive residual income. Those are the 2 things I'm about. And I'm pretty sure if you're on this call and you want to be an agency builder, you want passive. Passive means it comes regardless if you want it or not. Time. And you want passive what? Income. You want to be on Thanksgiving at dinner and you still see what? Your commission cycle keep increasing. You want to be able to take your kids to school and still see like, dang, ding, ding, ding. Oh man, it still happens. Ding, ding, ding happens at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like I get B of A. So at Tuesday morning, that's what happens. Direct deposit, or Friday, direct deposit. Chase might have something different, or whatever you might have. But I highly recommend that you subscribe to it. So if field associates, guys, if you're not one, go come on. It's not a big deal. Let me tell you what your gift is. You guys know how much a percentage that is, right? 60%. Okay, that's like you wanting to go buy a t-shirt at, let's just say it's at $100. Say it's Versace. All right, say it's Louis Vuitton for all my brand people here. And instead of paying $100 for it, you just spent what? $40. Would you buy it? Yeah, say women, Christian Louboutins cost you $1,000 with the diamonds on them. Believe me, I know. Okay. All right. So my point of bringing that up is, would you rather spend 400 than 1,000? Say math. All right. So get your end of the year bonus, baby. 20% bonus. Get your end of the year bonus. This is a bonus for you. All right. Go get it. Let's go to the next one. Hopefully it's added value to you. Oh, for some of you guys might say, well, yeah, Pat, you pushed out this thing. And, for me, it doesn't matter because I'm already an FA. I'm already an associate. I'm already those things. It's not, it doesn't really do anything for me. Oh, yes, it does do everything for you because, again, there's still other levels for you to knock out. You have director next, all right, which is a junior broker, which is a 60% contract, which you could be making if you just help one family every week at a director contract. You should be making $70,000 to $80,000 a year. Look at our compensation plan. Okay, look at our comp plan. All right, so directors, guess what? You just go promote 7 FAs. Go sell, okay, 7 Louis Vuitton shirts at $40 each. That are originally $100. You think you can sell that? You think that's kind of hard? That's not hard at all. Did you hear what I just said? Go sell 7, okay, $100 Louis Vuitton shirts that are now at $40. That's an easy sell. That's an easy sell. This FA contracts are easy sales. So go ahead and promote those for yourself. Why? So you can go hit director. Go do your 25, 25, 25. Get that 60% contract. Get yourself leveled up for yourself. Why? Because a lot of us are in a situation where we're just really excited. And like my man right here, he's just excited. If you're not excited about this, I just don't know what to tell you. Like, you just really have a pulse. And we need to fix that. All right. We need to get you alive first. All right. With your goals and dreams. The next one, for those that might say, I'm running for what? Marketing director. And don't worry, I have some major announcements I'm going to give to you in a minute. And then we'll do like our breakouts. Marketing director. You have to have 3 direct FAs, don't you? 3 direct FAs to you. So if I got started, I have to have someone that I've promoted to FA. I have to have another person that's promoted to FA. That's number 2. And then another person that's promoted to FA. That's number 3, direct to me, right? Well, all it just happened right now with the FA promotion getting discounted. You just got like the cheat codes to get to FA. You guys ever play like Nintendo? You ever play like, what was that? Grand Theft Auto? You ever play that before? And you can put all these cheat codes in it, and all of a sudden you can fly, and all of a sudden you can never, like, the cop shoots you and nothing ever happens and all this stuff. Or you ever play Nintendo and Mario and all that, and you get to just be big the whole time because you know the cheat codes of it. Don't act like you guys never play video games. None of you guys were 100% as business owners your whole life and whole focus. Like, let's be serious now. So if you're looking to hit marketing director, you just got, like, Patrick just gave you the cheat codes to eliminate which one of the most difficult things to do, which is getting your direct FAs knocked out. To me, it's like, I got to get all these 3 direct FAs. Okay. So now it's easy. 40, 444, 444, 444. That's it. Now I got my structure to go hit brokership. Now I can go run my own agency. So for those that are looking to become a marketing director and you don't have your structure yet, guess what? Christmas just came early for you. Okay. Christmas just came early. Let me keep moving faster for y'all for time. What's the tools you need? Because again, there's a lot of distractions going to be taking place, Thanksgiving, all these different things going on. These are tools that you're going to need to really be able to be equipped. Okay. These are tools you're going to need. You're going to need to understand the hustle, the crusade, or the brochure. Those are the ones probably going to do your presentations. If you do the hustle presentation from Adolfo, great. Use it effectively. Some of you guys use the crusade. Maybe you use the one, the yellow one, maybe use the green one. Doesn't really matter. It's all the same content anyways. It's still the crusade. Some of you guys use the brochure, which is the same. It's like the hustle, just has like the 4 homes of money on it. Great. Whatever you use, doesn't matter. Okay. Do you know how to use it? The real question is, are you able to find the problem? Are you able to make PHP the solution and tell them why they should join? It's really just the 3 things you do, right? And the tools you really need is conviction. Do you believe that what you offer can change their life? Do you think it can add value? All you need is is conviction. Do you believe? If you don't believe, no one believes you. I'll repeat this again. Doesn't matter what you say if you don't believe. So do you believe? Do you believe that your life is changing? Do you believe you can change someone else's life? Not because you haven't changed yours yet, but the system can change it. Because that's how I think about PHP. I think of PHP like it's just like an incubator of it's called the dream machine to me. Like you just take your dreams and you throw it into a PHP system and it pushes out a reality of your dream. That's how I think about PHP. It's the dream machine. It just takes your dreams and actually makes it a reality. So do you believe that? Do you believe that? And if you do, guess what? People are going to feel it from you. All right. Next is your 2-minute story. Do you know how to tell your 2-minute story? Do you know how to tell people like what your background is? Do you know how to tell people like what your problem was? You didn't have a lot of time. You didn't have a lot of money. You didn't have, you couldn't spend time with your family the way you want to. You never went on a vacation. You never had an environment where people thought it was positive to you. Like you can tell people what you had a problem with and how PHP solved that problem. That's it. That's how you tell your 2-minute story. What's my background? What's my problems and how PHP solved my problems? And where am I going? And because I'm in this environment, guess what happens in the next 5 to 10 years with me? Guess I'm in this environment. Guess how many other families I get to serve? Because I'm in this environment, guess what? You got to tell people where you're going. Tell people where you're going. That's number one in recruiting. Next is gather a dime or FLS. What's a dime? It's very simple. I can go grab a piece of paper, a napkin, or a bill. And you guys all have this, right? Bills come regardless if you like it or not. Okay, you can literally just put DIME, debt, income, mortgage, education. And you could be able to find exactly what someone needs right then and there. Like I could be eating turkey with somebody. I see a bill on there and be like, hey, has anyone ever told you the proper insurance that you need? Like, has anyone ever sat down with you, did a financial analysis with you ever? Like, when's the last time you had that? Oh, it's so simple. Let me show you how easy it is. You show them right with them. Has anyone show you? I'll show you. It takes less than 30 seconds. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what I learned. Let me show you how it can benefit you too. Dime or FLS. And FLS, by the way, if you look in the bottom right hand with the picture, in your Bamboo, which I love, which is pretty dope, is that you actually can click your FLS and do a live one, all right, in your Bamboo. So you click the 3 dots and you can literally go and click. It says FLS Lite, click it, and you can log in into doing a financial analysis for anybody from your phone. No excuse anymore. I think Patrick's in a game of no excuses. He says, you know what? You have a phone in your hand, you can run your business. So you can never say, oh my gosh, I'm at the office, so I can't do this. No, you can do it right then and there. It's very simple. All right. So pipeline system. Here, let me guys show you guys like a pipeline system. I think it's very, very important for you to have one. Like some of you guys might use like a HubSpot. Maybe some of you guys use Google Sheets. Maybe some of you guys use a top 25. You just write it all in. Whatever you're going to use, just get organized, okay, on how you're going to be able to use it effectively. All right. So I'll give you an example of one of mine. Give me 1 second and I'll show you. Here is mine. And I learned a long time, if your pipeline's not full, then you're not going to be able to eat. Okay. So I use HubSpot. I like HubSpot. Maybe you guys use different forms. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I like it because it's very easy for me to use, and you can use the free one if you want to. If you want to upgrade, you're more than welcome to. So like right here, if you can see mine, can you guys see it? I see Anthony. Can you just give me a thumbs up? I'm trying to move fast as I can.
That's good.
All right, but there's a lot of content. All right, so the first one is like curious appointment scheduled. All right, so these are all the people that I've scheduled appointments with today, right? So these are all the people I put in appointments today. And then once I talk to them, I shift them to what? In my call, my recruiting RI, my recruiting interview I do with them on the phone, I say, I'm going to send you somewhat research for your own understanding of our foundation, our mission. And I edify who? Matt. Then I use the video and now my video scheduled in the presentation. Now there's all these people that what? Watch the video. Then it goes now to what? Next one is after they watch the video, then they should ask me for the compensation. Does that make sense? So if they watched it, they're going to ask me up front the compensation. I put a lot of stuff in my crisp. If you want the system, we'll be able to do it at a different time. I just don't have enough time right now to do it. And then from there, there's the people that just want product alone. They don't want to be recruited. They said, I just want the product. Okay, cool. All right, that person does. So then you go to the next, which these people are interested. Okay, then it goes to invited to BOM webinar. Once they watch the video, I get on the phone call again with them, answering any questions, and then I invite them to what? A live webinar. I have one on Tuesday now with Sheena. Now I got one tonight, right? Just spring doing. Then we have one on Saturday. I can leverage any BOM I want. Doesn't matter. It's just an exposure to me. Live webinar. And then before I schedule the live webinar, I book an appointment, right? So if I say, can you watch the appointment? Are you going to watch the live webinar tonight? They say yes. well, when can we book the appointment? Because I know you're going to have questions. I want to get your feedback from the live webinar as well. And then I booked the appointment. These are all the people that are what? Already watched the live webinar, and I already got the appointments booked. And then it goes all the way down to decisions, closed. If people that didn't get closed or lost, connect their referrals, and then people that say, you know what, I'm just not interested, I'll follow up with you later. Does that kind of make sense? So we have a system of a filter. Everything to me is logistics. I think like Amazon. You should think like Amazon too. It works. Everything goes on a conveyor belt and everything gets pushed through. If you're a new recruit, you get what? Pushed through the first week filters all the way down the curriculum to your marketing director. Whatever you are, you're getting pushed. If you're a client, from the day you get started, you're getting pushed through filters. Why all the way into what? You're in part of my book of business. All right. So it's all what? Systems to be able to protect yourself from you, and not just running a random type of deal. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Whatever you use for yourself, go and use whatever MD tells you to use. I would tell them more than not use that, because they know what they're doing. They're MD for a reason. Okay. So let's keep going. Okay, cool. So pipeline system, make sure you have that for yourself. These are things that I suggest, I encourage, I recommend that you need, especially during this season over the next 45 to 50 days. Okay, so let's keep going. Are you in the game? Guys, very simple. Website's coming. Okay, it should be done by this week. We're so excited, right? For all the MDs to be on it, all the offices, all the different things that we do here. As well, that's aligned with obviously MSM and TGA, which we're excited about. Next is band. If you're not in band, this is the time to get on band. Okay, you know what I mean? Questions I get consistently. I'm like, why aren't you just looking at the updates or in group me or band? Like, one thing you're going to get from us, you guys want to find us? You're going to find us every Wednesday, every Tuesday, every Saturday. You will find us. If you want information from us, guess what? We're here. We're consistent. We've been doing this for a little bit of time. We're going to be here. All right. So if you need help, you know you're going to find us here. But do you have the updates that are going on? Are you even connected? Are you in the game with us? Are you connected to the group me? Are you connected to the MSM group me with all the different things? Are you adding value to that from the activities you have? And then also the calendar. I just pushed out the calendar for the whole month in band. I put it in band on purpose because I'm not putting it on here. All right. Because I want you to go on band so you can see the calendar. Why? It's the whole month. Let me repeat that again. It's the whole month. All right. So you get to put in your calendar what you need to block out for what you could attend. So go put it in your calendar like a professional that's very serious about their goals and dreams. They're not going to be distracted, so that you have it blocked out. You put your reminders on there so that when it's ready for you to go and invest in yourself, all right, so you can increase that vibration to get to your goals and dreams, that you're already prepared for it. Okay. Next is this PHP leadership calls. I get this question all the time. How do I get coached by Matt? How do I get coached by Sheena? How do I get closer to the Gaitans? Well, great. You know, eventually we're going to tell you all the stuff with the Gaitans on the TGA side. Right now, you get all the MSM stuff. So the MSM stuff is all here on the left. Okay. That's everything. It's been posted in band already as well. And believe me, they have more than enough for you. I'll repeat this again. You will never be able to say that you don't have resources. You will never be able to say, man, I just didn't have any help. Oh, no. I'm sorry, we have to take that away from you. And people hate when we take excuses away from them, because in the end, now it's just on you. You have to really work. Like, you actually got to get to work now, right? So Fast Start School, you'll be able to, you know what that is. Yeah, it's once a month. It's on the calendar. MD to be, you want to be coached directly by Matt Sapala, how to become a marketing director of the new age. MD to be, all right? MD Academy, all the MDs, post in the chat how fired you up about MD Academy. They're different coming in. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world over there. Champions Call, for those that have their watches, all right? For those that are either S&D or up, you're going to learn a different call. So if you don't have your watch yet and you're not S&D and up, get on Champions Call. Dream Team 2, Dream Team 1, these are all coached by, Dream Team 2 is coached by Sheena. Dream Team 1 is coached by your CEO. These are all different things that you have opportunity to be able to look at. For my MDs to the right, guess what you see? Cash flow what? Strategy, which is how Great Equalizer Bonus program works. It actually shows you how much money you make. Actually shows you how much money you can reinvest back into staff and make sure your agency becomes better. Actually shows you why you need to hit level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and all those different things for yourself. And if you're not an MD yet, now you get to see as well what it looks like, so you can help your MD because the higher your MD goes, the more they pull you up. It just makes sense. Why would you want to be a part of an agency that doesn't do anything? Why would you want to rep that jersey? Why would you want to be on a team that like the Little Rascals? No, you want to be on a team that like the Lakers or the Dodgers because you want to help contribute and add value to it. So if you know that's the championship they're trying to win, level 1, level 2 GEB, whatever it may be, help your MD hit that. So why? So they can give more back to you. Just makes your opportunity better. Next one. Oh, here's the advancement. Oh, yes. This is the MD advancement, by the way. You guys see it? It was close. Oh my gosh. On the left-hand side, you can see Stephanie versus C3 and Kim. C3 and Kim kind of smoked that one. And if you go to the right-hand side from Joel, Molina, and Joe Smith. Oh my gosh, this was a close one, man. It was a close one. Joe Molina, you lost by 700 points. Let me repeat this again. A 700-point app. You guys know what 700-point app is? Oh my gosh. Do you have a calculator? Can you guys do what 700 divided by, can you do 700 divided by 12? Can you guys do that? What's 700 divided by 12? Anybody know what that is?
58.3.
He lost by $60.
I really had 10, but
You did? Well, I just looked at the bamboo. That's all I looked at. Wherever the bamboo, I took screenshots of it so you can see it as well, because obviously what happened last time. All right. So my bamboo shows that if you have 10, then basically what he's saying, Joel, is that you weren't close. That was just his way of just kind of like throwing like salt in your wound. Like he already beat you. He's already clear he beat you, but he just wanted to make it clear that it was a little bit more. All right. So Joe Smith is advancing. C3 and Kim are advancing, and they will be competing this whole month for whoever gets the gold. Somebody's getting some gold. And by the way, the gold is sitting in I'm not going to take where it's at. All right. It's already like we have it in hand. Like it's already here. I ain't going to tell where it's at. All right. But somebody's getting some gold sent to them in December. Isn't that kind of cool? In December, somebody's going to get some gold on the non-MD and the MD side. What a great Christmas present, right? For our efforts. You make money, you grow a business, and you get gold. I mean, what a pyramid scheme. All right. So let's keep going. Next is this. So we got off a call, and the MDs got together and they gave their commitments on what they believe they can do together, and 100% believe we can smash this goal. And by the way, if you're on this call, you are contributing to this. Either you're going to contribute something or nothing. You decide how much you want to contribute and how less you want to contribute. But our goal is to go change 200 lives this month. Our goal is to change 200 lives this month. It's very simple. 200 lives is our mission. Okay? That's our mission here. 200 lives need to be changed. And changing lives is teaching people free enterprise, teaching people capitalism, teaching people how to make sure their goals and dreams become reality. That's a real mission, all right? And that's the mission that we're on, helping people with free enterprise. So 200 recruits is our goal. Are you going to contribute? If you're one that's going to contribute, post in the chat and say, I contribute, I will change some lives this month because I have value in me that needs to be poured out. And ask your MD what flag carrier, like how you define a flag carrier, because everyone has their different definitions. In my base shop, I'm going to define what a flag carrier is in my base shop. Everybody else is going to define what that means. Why? Because if you can see at the bottom, you can see it. Here's my first announcement to you. I will train the flag carriers for how many hours? I'll repeat this again. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, not 3 hours. For what? 4 hours. That's crazy. All right. And who said that? Do you guys know who that is? Do you know who that is? Sheena Sapala. All right. So if you're serious for helping us go change 200 lives, that's the goal that we're rallying towards. Guess what's going to happen on the flag carriers that help towards that? You're going to get direct coaching for 4 hours about how to run systems. What's a curious person? What's someone that's interested? What's someone that really is someone that's serious? What's someone that makes a decision? How to overcome objections? How to speed it all up so you can make, again, her growth curve, okay? Her learning curve, your growth curve. Her learning curve that she's been here for 5.5 years to make, at 2.2 million now. Don't you think there's some things that she went through that now you don't have to go through? Because now she can tell you, oh, dang, that didn't work out too well. You probably don't want to do that. So a lot of you guys are going to be like, that's why I'm so excited. Like, so many lives are about to change so much faster because you get to learn from people that have already done it. and they're in the game. You're not playing with Michael Jordan right now, watching The Last Dance, and he's sitting down still drinking a scotch and telling you about what he did. Now he's giving you what? Coaching. No, I want to talk to Michael Jordan today. I want to talk to Michael Jordan when he was shooting game 6, all right, against Utah. You know, and he's trying to get his what? 5th championship. I want Jordan in that era. I want to play with him in that era. Guess who you're playing with in this era? They're in the game today. Don't take that for granted because they won't always be where they're at right now. Let's call it what it is. So take opportunity, baby. Take the opportunity. That's my first major announcement. If you're excited about it, go put it in the chat. What you're going to do? Are you going to contribute? Are you going to contribute to help us hit this 200 lives changed? Next is, this is what all your MDs committed to. This is what your MDs committed to. You know, you have Vegas that committed to 25. You have BCE that committed to 25, and they said they want to stretch for 50. You want to help that? Go and help that. You have financial emancipators that don't want to do 25. You have Apex that want to do 20. You have, you know, the change makers. Man, it's crazy. All these names I got to remember now. The change makers, you got 25. It's going to be crazy when we have like 1,000 MDs and go do that. So you have what? SFG that wants to do 10. You have World Class that goes and do 10. You have, you know, the Griffiths with EDC that want to do 10. You have, all right, MFL that wants to do over 25. You have, again, SWAT that wants to do over 10. And then you have Belinda wants to do over 10 with APA, which is assets protection. All right. So our agency, all right, APA. So I'm excited about each one of your guys' goals. And if you're a part of those agencies, you're excited about helping your agency, okay, hit the goal that they committed to the chairwoman. All right. So they committed these numbers. They put their butt on line because they said, our agency is going to come through. We're going to come through. We want to change people's lives in the month of Thanksgiving. We want to get nasty a little bit. All right. We want to get nasty when everybody else is distracted with Veterans Day and everything else. No. We want to get a little nasty. We want to have a nasty November, but also have a merry, merry, merry Christmas going into our new year. All right. So I'm excited about everybody hitting their goals. If you want to take equity of that, then go ahead. Here's another announcement for you. Oh, shoot. You didn't think I had another one. Here's another one for you. So if you hit FA, okay, from the 1st to the 15th, you will be invited for a field trip. Remember when we used to be kids, you go on field trips, like the favorite day of the world, like you get your brown lunch bag. If you had that, that's what we had. And always used to rip, you know, with everything. And some of you guys had like the Spider-Man, you know, lunch pills and all that. Guys, we're going on a field trip. We're going on a field trip. And a lot more is caught than taught. I'll repeat that again. A lot more is caught than taught. All right. And I want to do this field trip on a closeout because I want to see what a closeout looks like. I want to see how the closeout looks like, and I want to see how they start the month. All right. So we're going to do in that range. Okay. So you get to see both close and beginning, what professionals do, the ones that come in here and they make more money than everybody else very, very quickly. And they help everybody do that. You want to learn from them. You want to be able to fly on the wall. Hear how Sheena makes calls. You want to be on the fly on the wall when Matt's actually doing, you know, the call in the morning with everybody. You're actually there and you get asked questions after because you get to hear his phone calls and everything. So we're going on a field trip, baby. We're going on a field trip. I hope you're excited. We're going to the #1 office in the company, baby. And I hope you're excited about it. For all those that want to go and do it, we look forward to it. And if you hit FA already, you're already in FA, you have to requalify. Yes, you. Yes, you. All right. My senior FAs. All right. My senior directors. You got to requalify again for it if you want to go. Looking forward to it, baby. That's one of our biggest announcements. This is two more slides. I have 2 more slides, and I'm going to bid you guys. All right. Guys, I want you guys to think with me really quickly. Okay. Understand what I'm about to say, because this game is about compounding. You really have a system to really build this thing the proper way if you're really serious, not curious, but serious. And if you have a vision, don't worry. It might be small now, but everything starts small before it's big. It's all good. All right. It's all good. Don't ever look at your number and get discouraged. Just look how it can get better. So #1 is agents you see there up top in the left hand. Next is what? Points. So how many agents do you have? Maybe you're an agent of 1. How many agents? You may have an agent of 2, 5, 10, 20, whatever you got going on. Next is points. All right. How many is each agent point? How many points does each agent write? Next is after that is points per month now. So what is it going to equate to? So I have 1 agent, all right, that does 3,000 points. That's going to equal what? 3,000 points for the month. Then you have an override, a very conservative override. What's an override? It's a spread. If this is me, I have a new agent in, I have an override, right? So I'm a field associate, and this person is an associate, 50 minus 40 is 10% spread. That's an override. That's a bonus for all my newbies on here, okay? Nothing wrong with that. So that's a 10%. So you had a 10% override. That means that's your payout for the month. So I'm going to give you what your payout is for the month on a 10% conservative override. All right. I'm not even talking about the real overrides like 15, 25, especially when you're running GEB and all that. Okay. I'm just talking about a very conservative 10%. Very conservative again. I'm going low numbers so that you guys can see the math. All right. Here you go. First one. If you have 10 agents on your team, that's the first level, right? First is you're one agent, and then go develop 10. So you got 10 agents that all write what? 3,000 points. That would be 30,000 points that month. Guys, follow me so far? At a 10% override, you're making $3,000. That's your payout. That's an override. That's not what you wrote personally, by the way. That's just 10% override. Can you guys, is it okay with you to make an extra $3,000 a month? That's what 10 agents can do by helping one family at $250 a month or helping 5 families at $50. It's really not a big of a deal. All right. Next one. How about 50 agents when you start thinking a little bit bigger? Now you have 50 licensed agents. Okay. 50 licensed agents. Why are we doing this? Let's talk what it is. We ain't doing this for like, Nifty Help will say, we ain't doing this for fun. Like we're doing this for real. So 50, all right, at 3,000 equals 150,000 points now. At a 10% override, you're at what? $15,000. Are you okay with extra $15,000? This is 50 agents. If you have 100 licensed agents, which is just 10 agents at getting 10, all right, doing what? 3,000 points. That's 300,000 points. Now you're making a $30,000 income. By the way, I'm still your override still small. It's 30,000. I mean, your override still 10%. I didn't increase your override. I'm keeping your override at 10%. Oh yeah, for my bigger thinkers, 1,000. Yes, 100 having 10. Oh, that's not a big deal. 100 having 10. Wow, that's just so big. 100 people having 10. 1,000, 3,000, 3 million. That's 3 million points a month. That's $300,000 a month. I'm gonna read that again. That's $300,000 a month. For those that think bigger though, because I was sold a dream yesterday, baby. I was sold a dream. I was like, oh my gosh, my goal when I did my vision was at first it was 15 million by 40. Okay, cool. I know exactly what 15 million does for me. I know how much it pays out for me every month. I know all that. But then she said something crazy to me. She says, oh no, $1 million a month. I said, oh shoot, I got to change the way I think a little bit. My lens is kind of foggy. I need to change this vision a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, that's 5,000. And 5,000 doing 3,000, that's 15 million a month. That's at a conservative override. That's 1.5 million a month. What's life looking like at 1.5 million a month? What can you do at 1.5 million a month? Ain't too much you cannot do. What is the key to the whole conversation? The lower the income, the more you're controlled. The higher the income, less you're controlled. The more options you have. And the key to the game is very simple. I want free will. Okay. God created me to have free will. He created me to have 100% of my choices. And the lower income I have, what I do is I remove what God has for me to make full decisions because someone else is still controlling me. Does that make sense? I can't really fully make full life abundant decisions because someone still controls me based on my income. So we got to increase that so you have more options. So we're not ever income driven. We're option driven. Okay. Option driven. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're thinking big because I got reset it. If that's even a word. All right. For all my English teachers. All right. So what does that look like? Can you imagine? Can you dream with me a little bit? What can we really do on a Wednesday? Can you even dream on a Wednesday? We can. Most people can't. Most people are getting off of work right now and still depressed. Most people are still talking about an environment, still hating what they got going on. It's what it is. But even if you did come from that right now, guess what you can do right now? You actually have an outlet. You have an outlet where you can say, man, what opportunity I can really make $1.1 million a month? And you can't say that you don't have examples of that now. That's kind of out the room. Can't say that anymore. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it every day. You have all the resources to get the mindset they got to keep increasing. So if you don't grow, it's simply because you decided intentionally not to grow. If your income doesn't grow based on that, you decided intentionally for that to happen. And I hope you decide the better route. Why? Because what happens? When we decide the better route to invest in ourselves and to let the fear to be removed and you just overcome that with faith, because faith and fear can't live in the same room. Choose faith over fear any day of the week. What can you start doing? You can give back. A lot of you guys want to do that. And like a lot of you guys want to like give back, like philanthropy. You want to go do missionary work. You want to do that. So when you start making $1 million a month and things like that, when you start doing that type of money, what can you do more of? You can give back more. That's what you can do. You can go change things more. What else can you do? She sold me the dream the other day with the neighborhood. Like, I was like, what, the neighborhood? Like, I mean, I was just thinking about a house, you know, maybe like we can go buy the other person's house out and maybe my mom and dad live on the other side and stuff like that. But like, she was like, no. I'm going to have everybody that I want in my community, my inner circle, to be in our neighborhood. And this is, by the way, people do this. I was looking it up. I don't know if you guys researched this out there. I started looking it up. I was like, oh, shoot, like TD Jakes really did do that. And everybody else did really do that. Like, I'm looking the people up. And they all have $2.5 million houses. So your aunt has a $2.5 million house. Your best friend has a $2.5 million, $3 million house and everything. And they have their own community, right? Their own community that's COVID free. They can walk around as much as they want without masks. They can do whatever they want. Like, they can do whatever they want. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so freaking sick when this happens. Like, you're going to have like the MFL house. You're going to have like the EDC house. You're going to have the World Class house. You're going to have the Fortaleza house. Like, you'll have all these different houses, you know, even for your teams. Think about it when we do like big MMAs, you just have everybody go, and that's where they stay at. So they go into hotels, they go to your mansions in those neighborhoods and everything. Believe me, I got stretched, and I'm very, very excited what's going to happen. Some of you guys want to be, you know, motivational speakers, inspirational speakers for the things that you've been able to do. You know, and you're going to be on major stage because people want to hear about, man, you were part of that company. You were part of that guy, that crazy Iranian that said he's going to change the world, and he actually did. You were part of that company, that PHP thing company. That movie's sick. That's one of my favorite movies. Oh my gosh, you were part. Yes, of course. That's how we made all our money. And now look at us now. Our next moves. Oh, it's happening, baby. It's coming. It's coming. Some of you guys want to be activists. Some of you guys don't like the injustices that are happening right now. You want to go to your community. You want to go to your culture. You want to change some things. But guess what? I keep telling everybody this. No president's going to change anything. If you want to change something, you better get some money in your pocket. You better go locally first and start increasing that and get into politics. If you want to change some things, if you really want to change some things, you better increase your pockets so you have a voice, so you can get on boards. So you're going to go what? And change your community. So you can go change the mindsets of your culture. Guess what you can do here? You can create that. Some of you guys want to be like bestsellers. Like, you want to tell your story. You're like, guys have some crazy stories that are like on chapter 3 right now, by the way. Okay. Some of you guys are on chapter 7 right now, your book right now. Some of you guys are like in a nitty gritty struggle of your book right now, which is going to be more exciting when you get out of it. Because that's the story that we want to read anyways. That's what makes it a #1 bestseller. That's why we like hearing stories of an underdog. That's why PHP is growing so fast, because we're not we just had a trust fund and we came here and we just won. Story's boring. No. We actually came here and no one knew that we were actually going to survive. Like, we're supposed to go out of business every day. One carrier that even want to actually let us even distribute their products. Going to BOMs and talking about, hey, we do this and the dream is getting started. Even though there's no NAAs to even fill out. You just stick it on pieces of paper. Like, no technology, you had no valuetainment, no nothing. It's crazy what's happening today. And a lot of you guys have a crazy story because of that. Some of you guys want to be Nobel Peace Prizes, win a Nobel Peace Prize, because you want to be able to do something major that dings this world. Some of you guys say, you know what? I just want a jet. Just want to see what a G5 feel like. All right, I want to get in the Mile High Club. All right, while your mind's shifting all these little nasty things. So it is nasty November. Okay, that's cool and all. Hey, if you have an option to do it, do what you want to do if you have the jet. All right. So let's go to the next one, which is cars. Some of you guys want nice cars. You know, I saw the new Bentley. We were leaving the MMA and the new Bentley swooped on me. This was the new one. And I said, ooh, oh yeah, babe. I think I want that. I think I might have to get that one. And it shifts, you know, and when you might have some things that you want, I never wanted a Bentley ever. And that was swooped by me. I said, oh, and I was stalking this guy. Like, I would kept driving up and I kept going around him in circles up the freeway. Like, you drive in front of him and you go around. And I'm looking back because I wanted to see what it looked like in real life. I didn't want to watch the YouTube video. I wanted to see, like, is he happy driving it? Like, how? And then my mind started drifting. I'm like, for him to have that car, okay, he's spending about $2,700 a month. Okay, cool. So what does he do? I wonder, he has to be a business owner. I wonder what he's talking about right now. I wonder who he's closing right now, because he looks kind of serious when he's driving. Like, my mind is drifting. I said, oh yeah, it's going to happen very soon, baby. And some of you guys want to be able to expand your tree. Some of you guys want more children, grandchildren. You want to make sure that legacy is passed on the right way. Whatever that is for you, I hope you make a real decision, baby. Because it won't be because I don't have the leadership. It won't be because I don't have the resources. It won't be because I don't have the platform. It won't be because I don't have the technology. It won't be because I didn't have the opportunity. It won't be anything but the person that looks back in the mirror that makes a true decision. So I hope you make a decision. If so, let's go change 200 lives this month, baby. And I'm fired up with it. And hopefully you are too. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to you, Griff. I went over time at 7:34. I told you I'm long-winded, but hopefully that made some sense with you guys. God bless you.
Oh, guys, thanks, Coach. Everybody give it up for Coach real quick.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
I hope you guys got a lot of information from that. I know you did, because I